Hey guys, this is GamerCow. Welcome back to Pokemon Black Random Nuzlocke. Last time we caught Virizion and then did stuff. And it is the final countdown for today. Yes, this time we are going backwards once again because there is still stuff which I want to get, including the rare candy over here, just because it's on the way, you know. But where we are going is actually somewhere where we were basically going at the very start of the game, but couldn't go beyond simply because there was kind of water there. So yeah, there's a surfing spot which is down on the very first route, and I need to put repels on, I think, actually. So let's quickly go ahead and do that. Yep. I should really get some more repels first. Let me very quickly do that, actually. So, as I was saying, the very first route. Remember this? Well, I hope you do, because otherwise you might well be lost. But yeah, this is a place that we can go, the final detour zone. There are several Pokemon that we can catch in this particular area, but this is still classed as Route 1. So this particular bit I can't strictly catch something from. However, I will be getting a substitute from here later. You'll see why when we get to that. Or I might just get one from one of the other spots. But basically, there's going to be a need to get a substitute Pokemon fairly soon from one of the areas, and this might just be the one which I take. Do note that this is all double battle grass as well, so the levels are going to be a little bit higher here. Swoobat! Oh! That's psychic type. Regal doesn't like psychic types, so I better get out of there. It's also level 35, so it's kind of pretty strong. As I've said before, I don't have a whole lot against a flying type here, and it's probably going to just calm mine up. But I don't want to take the risk of it having... Well, what's the worst it's going to do? The worst it's probably going to do is like Psybeam or something. I guess it could do Psybeam. It probably would do Heart Stamp, which is physical, I think. I think White Rock is just a safe option. There's not really any point in risking Regal here, because Swoobat will go first. So yeah, and it does indeed calm mind up. So what I was thinking of doing, because I have Rock Slide, I was thinking of going for that, but then Rivalry was negating some of it as well, so that would have been painful. Now the problem is I have to deal with a +1 Swoobat, which is also using Amnesia. Oh god, that's not good. Because my attacks against it are all of the special type, and it has +3 special defense. But it still gets 2-hit KO'd, so that's okay. I actually thought it was going to take a lot less damage than that. Even though it's not the most defensive of things, it is at +3, so I expected to have to 3-hit KO. But Swoobat is so fragile that even at +3 special defense, it still gets 2-shotted. How sad is that? Anyway, Simisira is a very decent thing for me to be fighting here. I am resistant to fire because of Thick Fat. So even though it's neutral with a water-ice typing, Thick Fat makes it only half damage. So that is very good, and of course Surf is just going to one-shot, so yeah. Now, Regal, I believe, has got the Lucky Egg on at the moment. That's why so much experience is being given for him. But, you know, because it's either that or it's just a thing. I actually don't know. Who has the Lucky Egg on? Does anybody in my team have a Lucky Egg? Yes, you do. Yeah, good. I was right. I remembered stuff. I should have been using the Lucky Egg for a lot of stuff before now, actually. But, oh well, I did not. Dowsing Machine. Is there stuff here? There might be stuff here. Repel's effect is not active anymore, so there is that. Yeah. I would have run out of repels if I didn't go and buy 20 more, so heck yeah for actually thinking about that for 1 second. This is still Route 1, right? You will tell me. Yes, this is still Route 1, so I can't get anything from the double grass here. What I can do, though, is fight you, but if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to send out Dweevil, because you are going to have water types, and I don't like water types with Regal, because I don't have anything against them yet. I might teach it something later, but I just want to take him on with this, because Frillish is something I might catch later actually, because Driftfield has water which I can fish in, and so I might end up getting it from there, or surfing, whatever. I might just do that, but that might just be a substitute Pokemon catch as well, because I think that would probably be the best to keep in the run, simply because surfing doesn't randomize the Pokemon. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Anyway, it's a water and ghost type, which I have come across a bit before, but it's an interesting Pokemon. It's pretty good defensively, and it's not too terrible at actually attacking with its special attack. So it's a tank that can deal a decent bit of damage, specifically good in special defense too. So something I would like, but I don't have, so too bad on my part. I don't know if there's an item down the bottom of this bit here. There might be. If there is, then yay, I can get one. Claude. What a weird name that is. Cinccino! Evolution of Minccino. A very fast, pretty decent offensive Pokemon. With its with one of its abilities at least. It's very fragile though, so Signal Beam should do quite a bit to it. It's a normal type obviously, but it has the abilities has the ability of being stupidly annoying with freaking Sing. It has the ability known as Cute Charm as one of them, which is the worst of its abilities, but it also happens to have Technician as one of its abilities in game. Technician is, if it has it, oh, this is gonna hurt. Ow, ow. Oh, only 2 hits. Ah, but it's still, that hurts a lot though for what it's worth. Technician boosts the power of low base power moves by 1.5 times, specifically 60 or less. Now, its Dreamworld ability is Skill Link, which makes all multi-hit moves hit 5 times. Now obviously multi-hit moves are also low base power moves, and Tail Slap is 25 base power, so that gets Stab and Technician boost. So even though its physical attack is not the highest out there, it is one of the stronger normal types that you can use, especially in this game. You know, Stoutland is cool too, but yeah, Zeb Striker. We have the exact defense against Zeb Striker, and his name is Regal. So let's just go straight into Regal and dodge whatever electric attack is going to come up here. And that's exactly how it happens. And I do have Bulldoze too, so I can bring it down. Stomp is sort of annoying, because it gets a crit, ow, but it didn't flinch, so that's the main thing. And even if I don't kill it somehow, which I don't see how I wouldn't have killed it, but if I didn't kill it, it would have lowered its speed, so I'd have been able to go first against it. So, in other words, I wasn't really bothered. So there we go. And you are also going to give a Persim, right? Yep. So, more berries. Hell yeah. So, down here is an item, which is the Pearl, as you might expect from being at the beach. What do I want to do? I want to have the Dazzle Machine back out, because there is an item in this tree over here. Big Mushroom! Big selling later, that is good. I will do that before continuing with the main quest as well, selling all the items and stuff that I can. So, we are now going on to a new route, which apparently does not have a bulletin board that you can read. Why would that be, I wonder? Not really, but okay. So apparently there's nothing of interest over here, so why are we even wasting time going here anyway? We'll find out soon enough. So, this is Route 17. Now the thing is, this is a new route which has Pokemon in it, obviously, because of surfing. However, there are no wild grass patches in this route. And you know, the randomizer unfortunately does not randomize water encounters like it does in like the Lua script in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or 4th Gen in general. Which means I cannot catch a random Pokemon here, but it is a new route. So what I'm going to do in the end is I'm basically just going to substitute it with a Pokemon from a different route. later on. However, first off, I'm going to heal, because I do sort of need to do that. Because my dudes are kind of taking a bit of a battering after that last thing. I have Moo Milks over here. Let's go ahead and use those. I also need to wake you up, don't I? I forgot about that. I was going to go into battle with a sleeping spider. That's not very good. Yeah, it is really a shame that it doesn't work in water-based stuff. If anybody has a Lua script that works for this, that is purely random, then that is something I would be very happy to see. Like, I have seen a script for Black and White, but it's not truly random, because what it does, it randomizes the Pokemon, but it also sort of sorts them by environment, which means that you won't get water Pokemon outside of surfing and fishing. You will only get land-based Pokemon in the, you know, in the normal grass and stuff, which is not truly random. The beautiful thing about this particular run is that the Pokemon themselves are, you know, any Pokemon can show up in any area. That's what's truly beautiful about this run, and if anybody could have or knows how to make a script for making a truly random thing, particularly for Black and White 2, but you know, for 5th gen as a whole, it would be nice. Do let me know of that, because that would be awesome, seriously. Anyway, Basculin kind of just gets decimated over here, because it's Basculin, what do you expect, is getting electrowebbed. And, well, that's never going to go well for the Basculin, obviously. There's a lot of fights and stuff on here, and I don't think I'm going to get all of this done in one part. But what we can get down here is a very, very good TM. Toxic is absolutely amazing for stuff here. Most of every Pokemon ever can learn this, but it's basically, it poisons the opponent, and that poison gets worse every turn. And it's got an accuracy buff in this gen, so it's 5% more accurate than it used to be. This is an exceptional attack to have, and I am definitely teaching White Rock this instead of Swagger, because Swagger is not that good. Toxic is just awesome. Lumo, wait until after we're done before giving me that. Yes, that's like, I'll appreciate it, but not until we're done. Although you can just do it anyway, I guess. Link it to me again when we're done then, and I'll probably have a look. Yeah. Anyway, the point is, this route has a lot of trainers, the next route also has a lot of trainers, and stuff is going to take quite a while to do, I guess. But this is an excellent chance for Dweevil to get a whole crap ton of levels here. Alomomola, oh boy, we're fighting against a freaking Loftus non-evolution. Alomomola is one of those weird Pokemon. It's like, I don't know, I just don't know what to make of it. It's like a physical Blissey of some description, I guess, but it's just weird. Whatever, Electro Web is gonna not kill in one shot because it's not that strong, but almost killed in one shot. I don't know if Electro Ball would have killed it in one go. So, yeah. That's very, very close to a one-shot, though. Protect! No, don't protect! Don't protect against stuff. Why do you do that? I absolutely freaking despise the AI using protect for no reason. Honestly. It's so bad. Why do you do that? Right, anyway, the gimmick of this place, it's very similar to places outside of stuff like Pacific Log in Gen 3 had this sort of gimmick too. It's rushing water, so as soon as you go onto this, there is no stopping you. You will be moving uncontrollably for all eternity. Not really, but still, quite a while. And that actually takes you to a new place over here. This part is still technically part of Route 17, but as soon as you go up here, you don't get crossed to Route 17? Really? I want to quickly check on something with that, because that doesn't seem right. Hang on. There's 2 routes in this bit, right? Yeah, this is Route 18. It just didn't tell us that it changed. So I was right, Route 17 doesn't have any grass, but it has water, which I should be able to get an encounter from. Route 18 is a different one entirely, so there is Pokemon potential for this place too, which is good. I'm actually going to quickly teach something to Dweevil instead of Flash for a set. So give me one quick set to work out what I want to teach. Volt Switch would be nice, but I kind of like the idea of Electro Web and Electro Ball at the moment. I'll teach it Volt Switch, or maybe Charge Beam. I'll teach it one of the two once I have another electric move for it. But just now, though, Substitute is pretty neat, so we'll go with that. Trainer fight first. Do I want to have him in? No, I think I'll just put Mattress in. Yeah, Mattress is probably the best bet to put in, so we'll go ahead and do that. So yeah, more trainers. When you look down, feel very good. Yeah, we're up on top of a mountain. Obviously, you're going to feel good because you're a bleeding hiker, man. Hikers always feel good on top of that. You are called Jeremiah. That's almost racist, actually. Oh, whatever. Oh, yes. Yes, and whatever. Those are the three prominent words which you need in all good LPs of any sort. Especially when you're up against Boulders, because seriously. I hate Sturdy, by the way. Sturdy is like the worst thing ever in this gen. Why, you know, in terms of this, why does their only ability have to be Sturdy? There is a dude, I think, in Black and White 2, if not this one, that has like 6 freaking Rock and Roller, or at least 4, and it's so annoying. Anyway, Crustle. I don't think we've come across this guy yet. It is the evolved form of Dwebble, so it is Bug and Rock type, which actually means Ancient Power, ironically, is super effective against it. That's kind of good. Slash is going to do nothing, so I'm perfectly happy with that. And Grass Knot should finish it because it is neutral against grass and it is very heavy, so that will easily take it down. In fact, that might have done just about as much damage as Ancient Power, but they also have Sturdy, so look at that defense gain! Holy Jesus balls, 119 defense that point, it's amazing. Natural Gift is not a very good move for it. It uses up your berry to do a low power typed attack depending on what the berry is. Interesting, but not very good, so yeah. Anyway, I have a Repel on at the moment, but I also just kind of realised there is another TM which I forgot to teach. Focus Blast. Focus Blast can actually be learned by Mattress, so emergency vehicles can go past at that same time. Yes, yeah, Focus Blast is possible to teach to Mattress over here. So I'm going to teach that instead of Growth at this point. The idea of having a Sunny Day moveset for it is intriguing, and maybe if I get Heart Scales and stuff later, I might go back to it, but I think it would take up too many slots because I really want to have Sleep Powder. Sleep Powder is exceptionally good, and I do want to keep hold of that. I'll go into this house later, but do remember its existence because it's going to be very important later on to come back to, that is. So yep, strength to go down here, and down here you can get yourself another item, which is a Max Elixir, very good item, of course. The Repel is still active, hence no encounters at the moment. Is there anything for the Delta Machine here? No, there is not, so that's just to get wild Pokemon and whatnot. There is another trainer fight, which I'm going to avoid for now. I'll come back for that in a sec. Anything down here? There is an item to get, right? Yep, an item guarded by a trainer. Don't care, I want to get a Pokemon first. Let's get ourselves a Pokemon. So what are we going to get from here? Let's find out as soon as one decides to show up. For some reason. It's not showing up, yeah. Okay, it is Ordino. Okay, that was not what I was hoping to see, but fair enough, it is the lowest stage evolution, it is something there. It's a weird Pokemon. I don't think it's particularly offensive, but it's fairly tanky and it's very good at supporting the team. Having said that, it's not very good, I don't think, so... I don't know. I don't think I'll be using it very much, but... I don't even know when it learns Wish though, so maybe that's something I should look up, because if it gets Wish fairly soon... It's also got Healer as its ability, which I don't even remember what that does off the top of my head. I really don't remember what that actually does. Huh. It's not very useful unless you're in doubles, I think, but it's still there, I guess. Right, I should be able to hit it once more. And then we can catch it. Or not, because I get a crit. Okay, second failed catch of the project then. But at least I get a lot of experience for it, so this one's a bit better than Burmy to get that way. Oh well, I'm not that bothered, but it was still kind of disappointing to have it crit killed. Anyway, HM5 Waterfall is over here, which is very good because that is something you do need to get actually. You don't need it to finish the game, I don't think, but you do want to get hold of it anyway. Simply because it is a pretty good HM to have. Waterfall is a good move when you're going around places in general, I guess, but it is just very good to have. 80 base power, 20% chance of flinching. We didn't exactly come here by looking at the town map. We came here by remembering where we came before. But anyway, that's not the point, right? Whimsicott. Good job I taught Focus Blast, because now I have a move to use against it. Whimsicott has Gust, but Gust is like pathetic and it's not stab, so nobody cares about that. Cotton Spore. That's gonna lower my speed by 2 stages. I don't care because I'm already slower than you, so seriously. Now you are asleep. Aw, look at that cute little sleeping face. I'm gonna murder it with Focus Blast. Hopefully. Come on. Yeah! Eat that Focus Blast right in your sleeping face. Ha! I don't even know why I'm so against the Whimsicott here. But it didn't die! What the hell? Okay, fine. Ancient Power. Just, like, finish it already. Why didn't it die to the Focus Blast? That's annoying. Oh well, I can always use an elixir on this now, because the thing is, now that I've got both ancient... Of course. Now that I get both Ancient Power and Focus Blast as moves, they only have 5 PP each, which means they run out very, very quickly. Which means I might have to use elixirs and stuff on it, unless there's a healing thing somewhere. Which there might be. Anyway, Dragon Scale is what we get from here. It's a thing that lets you evolve one particular Pokemon. I don't think it actually does anything else. I used to think that it boosted Dragon moves back in Gen 2, but I don't think it does. It might do, but I'm not convinced on that. Somebody would have to basically tell me on that again, because I really don't think it does, so... It's weird though, because it's always one of those that you would think does something, but it actually doesn't. Also, you really shouldn't spoil that, dude. That is not the point of having a freaking chat-based thing here, is not to spoil stuff. God damn it. Like, seriously. I know it's like, hey, you know, you don't want me to lose stuff, but at the same time, that's kind of not cool. Anyhow, yeah, as apparently we've been linked to this veteran, supposedly has Darmanitan, so yeah. Also has Basculin first though, which is kind of there. See, if I hadn't have switched, I'd have had Grass Knot against this dude, and that could have been alright, but no, we can't say that, because I probably wouldn't have been alright with that. Let's just Toxic it. Does it have... No, it doesn't have Rockhead, because Rockhead is the other one, right? Yeah. So now we're gonna get to see the awesomeness of Toxic here. It's got that really nice, evil-looking poison thing there too. Body Slam is probably my best move against this at the moment, so... Yeah, that's quite sad actually, because I'm a modest nature, but... Ah, Surf is gonna do more damage than that, I think. Definitely. Aqua Tail, that's not gonna do... Well, no, Adaptability, that's actually gonna do about as much. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Don't really care too much. Yeah, Surf did so much more damage there. It's all good though. So, White Rock gets up to 42, gets another defense thing, it's kind of useful. Here is that Darmanitan, I guess, and that sort of will hurt. Level 36, might have a fighting move, and it does, it has freaking Hammer Arm, and I dodged the Hammer Arm. Oh my god, you do not understand how fucking massive that is. Holy crap, that would have killed. 90% accuracy, it misses and he just dies instead. Oh my god, that was close. Okay, so we dodged the literal bullet there. Oh wow, that just could not have gone better. So yeah, let's just take care of this Simisage here so I don't lose my Pokemon, because that was so scary. Grass Knot probably wouldn't have killed me actually, but I don't want to take that sort of chance, you know, not after that. There are only so many lives a seal can have, and yeah, that's pushing it a little bit at that point. So Heat Crash kinda just destroys Simisage as you would expect. It's not the heaviest of Pokemon, it's weak against it. I have a sky high attack stat, and that's all she wrote on that one. So let's switch out here and bring in Regal once again, because Regal is kind of useful in this in type diversity at this point. So that's something which I should bear in mind. I want that item down there, but I don't actually think I'm going the right way for it. No, because this is just going back out again. I will need to come there in a bit, but I want the item that's down there first. I think that one is particularly important for me to get hold of. So I need to go all the way around again though, I think. It's kind of lame, not gonna lie. Unless there's a way of getting to it from... No, there's not. Man, I don't really know this area particularly well, I will admit, and I forgot that I haven't fought you yet. Okay then, what kinds of Pokemon do we have? We have Nidokings and Nidokings. Emolga! Cursed mortal enemy, except it's not really my mortal enemy because it hasn't trolled me very much yet. And I do have Rock Slide, so yay. Yeah, I also got first against it, which is pretty freaking amazing, I've got to say. But I didn't kill because rivalry sucks when it comes against this sort of thing. Ow, that did a lot of damage. Acrobatics, not very good when they are, you know, it's high power, so it's not very good to fight when you don't have a flying resist. So, yeah, that's kind of annoying. Yes, my Pokemon is indeed very cool. Can I get healed here actually? I think I can get healed in here, right? Yeah, I can. Yeah? No. This dude gives an egg, which I would like to have. That's why I was saying remember this house later, because we're going to have to come back here. Yeah, we can get healed from her. Remember this house, we will be getting that egg later. I don't think I'll technically be using it, but I'm like behind rocks, blah blah blah, find something cool. No. Okay. Yes, we will come back, get the egg, probably next episode, because this one is probably winding down fairly soon, but you will find out what's in that egg later, unless somebody spoils it. It is something good, but it's not something I would be wanting to use in the run. Yes, how do I get down there, actually? So how do I go there? Do I have to go, like, round some really weird way? I think I have to go around some really weird way, but I definitely want to get down there, though. Well, in any case, let's at least go ahead and do some more here. Yeah, because we go down, and then we go all the way around and up here, which is an entirely new area. This is actually known as the P2 laboratory area. which is a new route by itself, and it has the TM, the big TM I really wanted to get down here, Thunderbolt. So now we actually have a much better move to teach our dear friend Dweevil. That is not the only Pokemon that can learn this, but Dweevil is obviously the main one who's going to get it. Regal can learn it too, so I might teach Regal it as well, just to have another a more accurate anti-lightning, anti-flying thing. But yeah, Electro Ball is not that reliable, so Thunderbolt is consistently more powerful, I think. So that's definitely going to get taught. I'm going to keep Rock Slide at the moment though, just because I don't really have too much otherwise for that. But yeah, first off we fight this guy, then we're going to get a Pokemon, and then we're going to call it at that, I think. We'll actually look at the laboratory part of it, the house bit itself, next time. Because there's a few more trainers and stuff I need to round up in this place too. And I think it's best just doing that in one take. Just do that next time. Because this is going on for quite a bit of time at this point, and I think it's just... I don't want these things to go on for hours, basically. X attack. You're gonna die in 2 hits, I'm gonna outspeed you, so I don't know why you're doing that, but yeah, that's just how it goes. You pretty much just die in 1 hit. Oh, weak armor, that's an interesting thing for it. If Garbodor gets hit by a physical attack, then it lowers its defense and ups its speed. So that's a really interesting ability to have up there. Except it was kind of utterly pointless because, you know, it just died anyway. And hey, look at that! Regal is back in the level standing with the rest of the party. That's very nice. So, good to be around. Anywho, I think my repel probably needs to wear off, and then when it does, Pokemon time. So, we shall be back when we get something. Again, not really what I would have liked to have seen, but oh well, it's a Lickitung. I don't know how you evolve this thing. Fantastic. Yeah, it's really, really weird, actually. Licky's kind of okay. Like, it's not the worst Pokemon in the world, but it's very sort of average. It's good tanky stuff, though. So if it doesn't die to this grass knot, which it actually does. Wow. Jesus Christ, seriously? I didn't think it was that fat. Wow. Well then, lesson learned. Use ancient power for everything. Okay. So that happened. Well, in that case, let's just go ahead and do the little bit that's here anyway, because this is absolutely nothing anyway. In here you get the Dubious Disc, which is used for stuff that we can't actually get in here, mostly because it's trading and stuff, but yay! Whatever. You know what? Let's just go ahead and get the substitute one here whilst we're thinking on it, and then we'll end that. This is the last chance to get a flying type thing here. And sadly I can't have you because you're evolved. This is like the last possible chance to get a flying type before I have to trek all the way back up the map again. Seriously. And guess what? It's not a flying type. Oh god. Okay, Gothita, I've never actually used one of these before because I had the version that did not have it. So, yeah, about that. Alright. Depending on what it's like, it might actually be usable, depending on the nature and stuff. I know it's fairly strong, and it's not, well, I mean, it's not the weakest of things defensively, but it's not the strongest either, but at least it's female, there is that. And it does easily get caught, so there is that too. Yeah, very, very underwhelming, but at least it is something that I have caught, which is not, you know, common nowadays, I think, which is really not good. Yeah, so, Gothita, what on earth are we going to call this? Because I have never even had one of these. Yeah, what Oh, okay, Lickitung would have evolved with Rollout. Well, that would be fine. Oh, what was the... Oh, wait. Lindis is kind of cool. Nebula is a thing. I was actually thinking that sort of one that just sort of came to me here. Does it fit? I don't know. No, it does fit. Yes. You could say a vision of it came to me. Yes. Clairvoyeur, the fortune-telling ghost in Luigi's Mansion. Madame Clairvoyeur. I'm sure that's how you spell it. But yeah, that just sort of came to there. That is really fitting for this too, because yeah, it's one of those that sort of you can see stars when by it bending time and space and whatnot. So you know, it fits and it's cool and I like it. So yeah, that unfortunately is that for this area in terms of catching Pokemon and stuff though, because that is all 3 routes. It's not done in terms of trainers and stuff. Oh god, I forgot to turn stuff off. Yeah, this is why, by the way, yeah, I had the thing on. But yeah, it's not something that I'm done with yet, because obviously there are still trainers and things to get here. There's more items which I got lost in trying to find. So we will be coming back here next part, but I just want to very quickly go and see what that Gothita is like, because it might be something I'd want to use, and that would then change my plans as to what Eevee evolves into. So give us just a bit to get that. And that pretty much kills any enthusiasm I had to use this thing, because it is jolly, and that is like the absolute worst thing it could have been. Its speed being increased is kind of okay, but the special attack stat being decreased is really, really terrible. So I'm probably not going to use Clairvoyeur either. And yeah, Jolly Goth really does not work at all. Yeah, so very, very disappointing all around, to be honest. It's good special defense though. It is very good in special defense. That is something my team is lacking. It might fulfill a niche. I will need to research it a bit and see what it actually learns, because it can get Thunderbolt, I think, too, so it can get a bit of coverage. So I will need to do a bit of research on it, and even though it is really terrible in nature, if it can fulfill a niche in my team, I might still use it anyway. But anywho, that is not the point for just now. That is enough in this stream session. We have done 4 full videos, which I will have to edit and put up during the week now, and that is more than enough for just now. So this has been Gamer Cow playing Pokemon Black Random Nuzlocke. Hopefully, despite the disappointments in Pokemon stuff here, it's been fun nonetheless. There are still more Pokemon to come up. We are not done with the game yet. It is starting to get a little bit scary though, because the next place is going to completely wreck me if I don't have a decent team for it. But we shall work that out later. Next time we finish up on routes 17 and 18, and if I have time I will go back up and do stuff going towards Obelucid City, but beyond that we'll just have to see what happens. So yeah, take care guys.